everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I have a fun video for you guys. We are doing a collaboration video today with Brittany from Pennies to Pearls. She is the greatest ever. She is linked down below along with a bunch of other YouTubers who are doing this collaboration as well. Be sure to go check out Brittany's channel. She's amazing. She's so fun and she has some great content on her channel. If you're here because of the debt-free in the title, then you definitely need to go check out her channel. She has tons of great tips and tricks for saving money and all that kind of fun stuff. So go check her out along with all the other YouTubers and make sure you tell her that you came from my channel. So before we get started, don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up, and I think we'll go ahead and get started. So Brittany basically wanted us to just tell our debt-free journey, how we got to where we were, why we did it, all that kind of fun stuff. So I guess I'll just go ahead and get started. Basically, it's story time. So let's see here. I'm trying to figure out where to start. So my husband and I are on, we are Dave Ramsey lovers. So we did the Dave Ramsey plan. We are actually on baby step number 3, which is fully funding your emergency fund. We are completely debt free. We have 0 debt other than our house, and it's amazing. We became debt free in June of 2016. So we're very recently debt free, and it's been just like the greatest accomplishment ever. Like, it's been amazing and I highly recommend it for all you guys. But anyway, so how we got started is we just had debt when we first got married. I'm an accountant, so I always knew that we needed to get out of debt as soon as possible. Our debt was not consumer debt. A lot of people who have watched a lot of my older videos seem to have thought that. It wasn't. It was student loans and a car loan, which that was the biggest chunk of our debt. I actually did a debt snowball actual numbers video recently, like within the past month, if you guys want to actually see what made up our debt and our real numbers for our debt snowball. But basically, I knew we needed to get ourselves out of debt, and we needed to do it really quickly. Our main motivation for getting out of debt actually was we wanted to start having kids. All of our friends have kids, and so the question is constantly being asked of us, like, when are y'all gonna start having kids and stuff, and we just knew we couldn't afford to have a kid. We watched a lot of our friends struggle because they accidentally got pregnant and were not planning on it and had more debt than we did, and we just watched them really struggle, and that's just not something we wanted to do. My husband grew up in a household that didn't care much about money, or they just spent money constantly and were constantly struggling to make ends meet and living paycheck to paycheck, and that's just not an environment we wanted our kids to grow up in. So we made the decision to get out of debt. And I will not say that it was easy. It was probably the hardest 1.5 years of our lives. It took us 1.5 years, almost exactly, to get out of debt. And so I finally convinced my husband to go to FPU, and by doing that, our friends are actually the ones that ran the class, or they were the FPU coordinators, and so they helped me convince him to go. And even on the drive there, he was just like, let's just go home. This is dumb. Like, I don't care about this. Like, we'll pay off our debt. Like, we'll do it. And I was just like, no, we're not. Like, we're going to the class. And so we went to the class, and after the first class, he was hooked. Got home, created the budget for us. He calculated our debt snowball. He just figured out when we were going to be getting out of debt, which he was actually wrong. We got out of debt way earlier than he thought we were going to, because we really worked hard at it. But so we went through FPU, graduated FPU, and what really made it helpful for us was having accountability partners. So our friends ran the class, and then we had another couple who were actually in the class with us, and so we were able to talk to each other about it. We were all having the same struggles of getting out of debt, and sticking to a budget and all that kind of fun stuff. So that made it a lot easier for us. We really stuck to our budget. Every dollar was a saving grace for us. Writing everything down was just not happening. So by having every dollar, my husband had access to it, I had access to it, and it was just a lot easier to keep track of things. And I could be like, hey, you're out of play money. Sorry. That was your call, and he could see, what did I spend my money on? And he could go see what he spent his money on. My husband is obviously the spender and I'm the saver. Um, so basically we figured out a budget that was realistic to us. We love to travel. We like going new places. I'm a homebody, but I still like to get out and like see the world, you know? And so we knew if we just stayed at home every single weekend, we never went anywhere, we never saw our friends, we never went out to eat, we never did anything, that we wouldn't stick to our budget. We wouldn't stick through this whole Dave Ramsey thing, and we would not get out of debt. That was just, I'm just putting it out there, like it just wouldn't work for us. So we created a budget that allowed for us to still throw money at our debt, but still allowed us to go somewhere like once a month or something like that. And I don't mean like flying somewhere. We live in Texas, so I mean, you can drive a couple hours and get someplace new. So that's what we did. We basically traveled to Texas last year. We would get like an Airbnb, which is super cheap, and we would just go for like one night. We would go hike at a new park. I mean, we would just go check out Austin. We live just north of Austin. We would spend a whole day in Austin. You know, just like little things like that. And that's what kept us going, because we were still able to do stuff, but we were still getting out of debt at the same time. So yeah, we just worked our butts off for a year and a half, and just watching our debt snowball, like being able to cross those debts off and just being like, oh my gosh, like that was the last student loan payment I have to ever make. Like, I'm done with student loans. Like, that's crazy. And then to be able to tell people, you know, like, I'm 26 years old and I'm completely debt free. I already paid off my student loans, and we don't have any car loans. We own our cars and everything. And people are just like, what? Like, oh my gosh, like I'm going to be paying my student loans for years. And I'm just like, you don't have to if you don't want to. So we have lots of people that we have shared our story with who are now working really hard to get out of debt because they see how free we are. And I mean, it's been awesome to just like like my paycheck, we lived off one income. So we lived off my husband's income, we budgeted his income, and then my income all went to debt. And so now, like, it's just really cool for me because my whole paycheck stays. I get paid, and like my money isn't out of the bank the next day, because that's how I would do it. I would get paid, and then I would just pay, like, put it towards our debt immediately, so I wouldn't even have a chance to spend it. And so now I just like throw it into our emergency fund or whichever fund we're putting it into. We have 6 different savings accounts. So I like to play with the numbers and like put it in different accounts, and like I have a lot of fun with it. It's just awesome to watch those accounts grow instead of our debt accounts going down, if that makes sense at all. Like, it's just been amazing. And yeah, so that's basically our journey. Over the past year and a half, how much did we pay? We paid almost $30,000 in loans. We paid it all off in a year and a half, and we are debt-free. We've been debt-free for almost 6 months now. We are working on our emergency fund. We would be close to almost having it fully funded, except we just got back from our debt-free vacation. We decided when we get out of debt, we're gonna, like, we need something to look forward to. What are we working towards other than having kids? And a dream of mine has been to go to New England and just see the trees. And so we went. We were there for an entire week. We went to Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, and Massachusetts. And it was absolutely incredible. We paid cash the whole way. And it was awesome to be able to come home and not bring that vacation with us. We didn't have credit card bills to pay. We didn't have anything. We just went on our way. Our budget was not even affected. I budgeted, like, I can't remember. I think I budgeted like $600 for food, souvenirs, stuff like that. And we went over budget, but only like not even like $100 over, which is crazy. Typically, if we had done that and had a budget for a vacation, we would have like not even stuck to the budget, like not even close. And I had budgeted for us to go over because I figured we probably would, just because we didn't know how expensive things were going to be up there. And I have to eat gluten-free, and that just is typically way more expensive. So I just didn't know. So I mean, we had the money and we covered it, and it wasn't a big deal at all. It didn't affect our budget. It didn't affect anything here at home once we got home, and it was absolutely incredible. And so yeah, it's been awesome. So if we had not gone on that trip, we probably would be almost done with baby step number 3. But I mean, you got to go see the world, you got to travel, you got to do stuff, and that's something that we're really passionate about. So yeah. And what's really funny is that we've actually put off having kids. The whole point of getting out of debt was to have children, and now we're like, now that we're debt free, like we can do whatever we want, and we're not tied down because of our money. So we want to enjoy it a little bit more before we have kids. So it's probably gonna be a little while, and that's okay. We're perfectly happy with that. There's just so much we want to do and see before we get tied down with having kids, and we have so many friends with kids that it's just like having our own children. So we get our baby fill. But anyways, that's our debt-free journey. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I know I've probably repeated a lot. I've done a lot of Dave Ramsey story videos, and if you've been watching my channel for this entire time, you probably knew all of that. But now you have it all in one video. But anyways, don't forget to go check out Brittany and all the other channels that are doing this collaboration. I think it's just so motivating hearing other people's debt-free stories and their debt-free journeys and stuff like that. It's just nice to know that other people went through it and people were successful at it, and they understand how hard it is to, you know, tell your friends no, tell your family members no, and just really stick to that budget and push on through and hit it hard and get it done. Like, there are some of us out there who did it, and we did it. We're debt-free, and you can do it too. If you have any questions or any comments, please leave them down below. I answer just about every comment that I get, or I try to at least, especially questions. So please leave any questions down below for me, and I will try to help you out as much as I possibly can. I have a big announcement coming tomorrow on my channel, so don't forget to subscribe so you get that notification. And yeah, I think that's about all. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.